I make the hard choices for the needs of the neighborhood.
Baby, you understand me now.
FBI Detective Santos.
If sometimes
we'll grant you full immunity.
Rat out my crew.
You have a daughter, don't you?
I'm just a soul whose intentions
Are you an informant for the FBI?
Oh, Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
On an all-new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Jennifer Lawrence drops by. NBC Tonight.
Your one news source. This is NewsCenter1.
Good evening, I'm Shad Olson. This is NewsCenter1 at 10. A traffic stop turned violent assault may have left South Dakota Highway Patrol Trooper Zachary Bader with serious injuries, but it did not dampen his spirit. Trooper Bader suffering serious non-life-threatening injuries when he was assaulted October 24th while making a routine traffic stop east of Rapid City. Today, Bader issuing a public statement extending his heartfelt and sincere thanks to everyone who has done so much for him and his family. His statement reading in part, "I have so many people to thank for everything that they have done during my time of need. I can't express my appreciation enough for everything that everyone has done and the continued support to my family and I during this incident. It is an honor to be a part of the great state of South Dakota and serve its citizens," end quote. An early morning raid in a Paris suburb was one of hundreds that may have played out across France since Friday's attack. NBC's Bill Neely reports.
After the gunfire, the forensics, they gathered evidence all day inside the shattered apartment and removed the body of the man they shot. But is this the Paris mastermind, Abaoud? And who are the 8 others arrested? 3 were detained on the street outside. This man arrested after admitting he'd rented the apartment to 2 people last week. The weapons and cell phones they recover from this apartment will help answer one crucial question. Was this the second and last ISIS cell in Paris, or are there more waiting to strike? The raids target the 27-year-old Belgian Abaoud, who fought in Syria. He'd gone there after setting up a terror cell in Belgium. Attacked by police in January. French investigators believe the 7 men killed attacking Paris on Friday and the 2 men on the run were controlled by Abaoud. Last night, a breakthrough, word that he was in Paris in the apartment. But another clue led them there. Information on a cell phone dumped just before the attacks. On it too, a chilling message from the killers: "We're off, we're starting." The terror group in the apartment was ready to act. Police believe they were preparing to attack a Paris business district. Tonight, controlled explosions at the apartment. Its terror cell broken, other militants still free to strike again. Today's raid was the deadliest, but not the only one. Police arresting ISIS sympathizers across France. More than 400 in 3 nights now, more guns seized too. Police believe all of this has prevented more attacks. People here hope they're right. Back to you.
Meantime, ISIS propaganda magazine posting a photo today supposedly showing the improvised bomb that brought down the Russian jet. That photo allegedly showing a soda can and what appears to be a detonator and a switch. The group also publishing a photo purportedly showing passports that belong to some of the Russian victims. The ISIS propaganda machine saying that Westerners thought themselves safe in their jets as they bombed ISIS, and so revenge was exacted. And ISIS proven outreach, tensions rising here at home as well, especially as the holiday travel season approaches. A new security breach is sounding the alarm. During the TSA's own internal investigation this year, 67 out of 70 times, someone was able to carry weapons and fake explosive devices right through security undetected. And during a recent investigation, NBC employees were able to get a Swiss Army knife, scissors, and box cutters through security. NBC's Jeff Rosson bringing the matter up with an aviation security expert who says the TSA has not really changed their protocols anytime since 9/11.
Is this a wake-up call for TSA in Washington and at every airport across the country?
It is a wake-up call, Jeff. There are good rules and regulations in place for TSA to perform their job. It's a failure of accountability on the management level and on the officer level.
The TSA says that they confiscate thousands of banned items a year, but experts say there are clearly holes in security. There is a growing war of words over allowing Syrian refugees safe haven anywhere in the United States amid new concerns that terrorists could sneak in among them, pretending to be refugees themselves. A recent online poll finding 56% of Americans disapprove of allowing more refugees into the country, while 41% approve. And the issue divides sharply across party lines. And as NBC's Hallie Jackson reports, those divisions go right to the top.
It may be that now having seen
in Manila, mocking Republicans, President Obama aiming a withering attack at those who want to close U.S. borders to Syrian refugees.
Apparently they're scared of widows and orphans coming into the United States of America as part of our tradition of compassion.
No names, but no mystery who he's talking about. Some Republican candidates proposing to keep out Syrian Muslims, but let in Christian refugees. The president accusing them of rhetoric that plays into terrorists' hands.
I cannot think of a more potent recruitment tool for ISIL.
His opponents accusing the president of playing politics.
The president lives in a fantasy world. He lives in a fantasy world.
I think he's a threat to our country.
But I would encourage you, Mr. President, come back and insult me to my face. Let's have a debate on Syrian refugees right now.
That debate making headlines after reports one of the Paris attackers may have entered Europe as a refugee, with national security here at home now front and center in the race for the White House.
If these attacks remind us of anything, it is that we're living in serious times that require serious leadership.
Today, Jeb Bush is calling for more U.S. troops to be sent to the Middle East, as his brother and father did while in office. His emphasis on seriousness, a subtle dig at Donald Trump and Ben Carson, who's now on a media blitz to try to prove his foreign policy chops, after a New York Times report suggests Carson's own advisors think he's struggling.
A year from now, I'll know a lot more than I know now.
And while that may be fine with supporters who like his political inexperience, others see warning signs.
Coming out of the attacks in Paris, that could spell a disaster for a candidate who's really not prepared.
And as individual states try to put the brakes on admitting Syrian refugees, the White House is defending their security screenings, saying that less than 9% of Syrians who apply to get in are ever allowed. Some in Congress want to change the process of allowing them in at all. House Republicans outlining legislation aimed at increasing screenings for Syrian and Iraqi refugees before they enter the United States. That includes a requirement for an FBI background check. That bill hits the House floor tomorrow, and U.S. Representative Kristi Noem is already outlining her support.
Well, I think we need to put a pause on bringing refugees into the United States until we can fully vet them and know for sure that we aren't bringing in terrorists when we give a home to refugees that are seeking some comfort and protection. We have a bill actually that will be coming to the House floor tomorrow, and this bill specifically will say that the program should be paused until the FBI director, the Department of Homeland Security, can agree that they have been properly vetted, and we know that we're not bringing in any dangerous criminals. Our number one goal and my number one responsibility is to make sure that Americans are safe, and that's why I'll be supporting this bill on the House floor tomorrow, to hopefully make sure that we don't put us in danger by giving place to terrorists through a refugee program.
South Dakota Governor Dennis Daugaard saying today that he shares concerns about our national security and that it is highly unlikely any refugees would be located here in South Dakota.
Ultimately, it's very unlikely that any Syrian refugees will be resettled in South Dakota. Our state has not received a single Syrian refugee in the last 3 years and has not received notice it will receive any Syrian refugees.
Some Syrian refugees already in this country are asking Americans to view the situation as a humanitarian problem and not a political one. Also discussing safety and security today, the South Dakota Ellsworth Development Authority hosting its annual meeting. Topics including the 2016 budget, along with other plans for the future of Ellsworth Air Force Base. The board of directors also discussing the lengths that have been taken to ensure the safety of the base, along with expansion and other plans on both the north and south ends of the base.
Ellsworth is a $350 million annual economic impact for the state of South Dakota. So it's very important that we have a good relationship with them. And the authority was really formed to do that, to make sure that we, as a state and as a community, and that's the entire state of South Dakota, and of course, more obvious for the West River area, that we have a good relationship with them, so that when they need help, we can be of service to them.
The Development Authority will continue to make strides to ensure the success of the Air Force Base and maximize its use. A decision is expected soon on a controversial highway bypass project proposed in Sturgis. Judge Jerome Eckrich will issue a ruling Monday on whether taxpayers should be able to determine if Meade County helps to fund that proposed $2.8 million Fort Meade Way. Bypass proponents, including Buffalo Chip owner Rod Woodruff, say that the bypass could spur growth east of Sturgis and ease traffic congestion during rally time. Woodruff has pledged to donate up to $1 million of his own money if the road is completed by next rally. Opponents worry that it will take away business from downtown Sturgis. The group Meade County Taxpayers for Responsible Government filing a lawsuit recently against the county commission to stop county action and funding on the road unless voters approve it in a special election. 6 months ago, you'll remember, Meade County voters overwhelmingly voting against the commission's proposed tax increment financing district that would have paid for that road. The Keystone XL oil pipeline developer now withdrawing its Nebraska route application. Before President Barack Obama rejected a federal permit for the project, Nebraska had been a major roadblock for TransCanada because of lawsuits filed by landowners and environmental groups. A company spokesman for TransCanada saying they reserve the right to reapply in the future, and they remain committed to completing the final leg of the Keystone pipeline system. 313 miles of that pipeline would cut through South Dakota. The State Commission on Gaming is reviewing daily fantasy sports betting during their commission meeting today in Deadwood. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley saying last week he will await potential guidance from the commission before deciding whether to take any action. Daily fantasy has exploded in popularity after both Boston-based DraftKings and New York-based FanDuel unleashed a flurry of on-air, online, and billboard ads promoting those internet games to casual sports fans. A representative of Daily Fantasy claiming that contests aren't gambling under South Dakota law, as they are predominantly based on skill rather than chance. He says the industry may pursue legislation in South Dakota that would clarify that fantasy sports are exempt from state gambling law and impose consumer protection measures on operators. And here's a look at today's markets on Wall Street. And on this Wednesday, it is a fantastic day for the major indexes today. The Dow rising 248 points, 17,737. NASDAQ up 89, 5,075. The S&P also rising today. As we look at the numbers, up 33 points, the 2084 on the close, and gold up $2.60 to $1,071.30 on this day of trade. In an effort to support local businesses, shoppers will have more convenient parking in downtown Rapid City through the holiday season. The city approving a special event permit for free parking on upcoming Saturdays starting November 28th and ending December 19th. The permit issuing free parking in all downtown spaces, including the Main Street Square parking ramp. Parking restrictions will be enforced after 5 p.m. on the 28th, that in preparation for the Festival of Lights Parade following Small Business Saturday. And be sure to tune in to NewsCenter1 as we bring you live coverage on downtown events throughout the day, including the annual tree lighting ceremony. And one thing I think we can be certain of as we look at the forecast, at least as you've laid it out this time, it's going to be cold, but maybe not quite as cold as last year.
Oh my gosh, no.
You remember that?
Oh, I remember last year.
Will we ever forget that, Bob?
Ooh, it was cold. Let's hope it's not as cold as it was last year.
My toes are still black from that. I don't know about yours, but they only recently warmed up. But
yeah, well, we'll just keep our fingers crossed and hope it's not, because you and I will be out there as well as a few other folks from NewsCenter1.
Yes.
It's always a fun event. You know, we
it's
have
a great
people up there singing on the stage. The Potter family was up there last year. Hopefully they'll be here again this year. It was just a lot of fun. People skating, and all that good stuff.
The atmosphere is unparalleled. Yeah. One thing you learn, hot cocoa never tastes as good as when you're frozen solid.
There you go.
So you can look forward to that too.
All right, let's look at some of the winds across the area today. No big surprise. They were strong up around Meade County near Bear Butte, 71-mile-per-hour wind gusts there. Middle 60s at Ellsworth, Edgemont in 60, and then Neesland, Jewel Cave. We saw some wind gusts down there, 50 miles per hour. And these winds are not going to go away. It's going to be windy tonight. windy again tomorrow, and even on Friday, these winds are going to stay with us.
Am I the only one who's wishing the mile per hour was degrees Fahrenheit?
Wouldn't it be nice?
I'd have been looking forward to that. We'll get more details coming up in Bob's forecast in just a bit. We're back with more news after the break, right here on NewsCenter1 at 10.
This is NewsCenter1 with Shad Olson. Sports with Justin Wickersham. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
Hey, Jan, can you take a picture? Sure. Perfect. Now a stylish night on the town. Okay, feel the power of all-wheel drive at your fingertips. Now take in the gorgeous mountain scenery. Yes! And now?
Jan, we need that RAV4 for a test drive.
Stay fabulous.
Lease a new 2015 Toyota RAV4 for just $209 a month. Or get 0% APR financing for 60 months on RAV4.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places.
Visit Pump House at Mind Blown Studio in historic Deadwood to see professional glass blowers at work. We offer a wide range of custom glasswork, including ornaments, glasses, and vases. You can browse the gallery for gifts and decorations, or have one of our artists make a custom piece just for you. You can enjoy a coffee and a sandwich from our Pump House deli while watching the artist work. If you're looking for a unique gift, a private glass blowing class, or something for the entire family to do, check out the Pump House at Mind Blown Studio on Sherman Street in historic Deadwood.
The Yamaha Viking and Viking 6. The hardest working, most off-road capable side-by-sides in America. Built for the hardest working people on Earth, you.
Black Hills Power Sports on I-90 Service Road between exits 60 and 61 in Rapid City.
Dear future, life is good. No, great. I'm like a man, only better. But even though I know everything, I still feel like you could surprise me. Like that skateboard incident with the squirrel. But life is sweet now. Hey, what could go wrong? It's you and me all the way, future. Let's get going.
Moving into our new home is right around the corner, and Granite Buick GMC is going to sell every GMC in stock so we don't have to move them. Choose from the tri-state area's largest selection of GMCs with over 100 Acadias, Sierras, Terrains, Canyons, Yukons, and Duramaxes. 15% off of MSRP and additional discounts over $10,000. Plus buy one and give one away. Choose your vehicle and we'll donate a Thanksgiving dinner in your name to a needy family. Only at Granite Buick GMC. Rock solid, drive Granite.com.
A government agency making efforts to get a more accurate count on the American Indian population. The U.S. Census Bureau testing new questions on tribal enrollment to be implemented during the next census. The agency is aiming to avoid a 5% undercount that's been seen previously and happened in 2010. The problem with past censuses is that they did not ask whether someone was an enrolled tribal member. Tribal leaders are providing feedback to the Bureau for better questions to ask coming up in the next census cycle in 2020. A new partnership in the works to expand access to the internet for Native American students. Interior Secretary Sally Jewell visiting Winslow, Arizona to highlight that collaboration. The U.S. Bureau of Education dormitory in Winslow is one of 3 in Arizona and 10 across the country that will have high-speed wireless internet and computer tablets by early next year. The others are in Montana, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Utah, and right here in South Dakota. Jewell says the federal government partnered with Verizon and Microsoft to improve digital learning. Jewell traveling to Saguaro National Park in Tucson today, where she'll be giving 4th graders a free annual pass to national parks. And those national park passes also be making the holidays a little brighter for 4th graders in our neck of the woods. Starting November 20th, 4th graders with a valid Every Kid in a Park pass can get 1 free Christmas tree cutting permit from the Black Hills National Forest. All 4th graders are eligible to receive a 4th grade pass. Not only does that pass provide a free Christmas tree permit, but the pass also allows free access to 4th graders and their families to federal lands and waters across the country for a full year. Strong winds have been sweeping across the Black Hills, and sweeping is right, taking just about everything that's not nailed down with them as well. Bob Riggio in next with a complete look at your forecast right here on NewsCenter1.
It's back.
Nissan's holiday event, now with special Black Friday offers.
Right now, choose Rogue with 0% APR for up to 60 months, or get $500 bonus cash on Juke. Shop your local Nissan store and choose Nissan.com.
You still feeling lousy, sweetheart?
Terrible. Day 4 of aches, chills, sweats.
Oh, poor thing. You're just not you when you have the flu.
I don't feel like me at all. Do I look sick?
You look different.
Oh, you're so sweet.
That's not your pretty face.
Feel like yourself. Get vaccinated, because stopping the flu starts with you.
You've certainly put in the effort. You started from scratch and have made something that you want to see last well into the future. Maybe someday you'll call it a legacy, but for now, you've just got to get the bread out, the door open, and the bills paid. Having someone at your side who understands where you've been and where you want to go can make all the difference. Small business success? It's bigger than banking. It's you and I together.
If it's in your nature to be the first one out there, don't miss the Cabela's pre-Black Friday sale. Find great deals like $90 off Leupold 10x42 binos, $60 off a Cuddyback trail camera, and save big on select flannel shirts, now just $19.99. Plus, don't miss our one-day deals where you'll find some of our lowest prices of the season. Start the holiday season off right at Cabela's pre-Black Friday sale. In store or online at Cabela's.com.
It's the perfect time to get the gift you've waited for all year. The redesigned Accord with multi-angle rearview camera standard. Hurry into the Happy Honda Days sales event and you could get a great deal on KBB.com's best value brand. Now at your Honda dealer.
This weather brought to you by Black Hills Power.
This is NewsCenter1 weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
All right, let me show you what kind of day we had today. 54 was a high, 25 our low temperature. No moisture, but we are expecting to see some snow tomorrow evening, widespread throughout the evening hours, and then on Friday as well. 2 to 3 inches possible with a little higher amounts up in the higher elevations. We'll get to all the details in a little bit. 6:51, sun up, 4:23, the sun will be going down. We don't have any snow out there right now. We don't have any clouds out there either. 28 degrees. The winds are still blowing out of the northwest, 22 miles per hour. Maximum wind gust today, 67 miles per hour out at the airport. Severe weather down across the southeast, South Carolina, Georgia. You can see a tornado watch in effect down there. This whole storm system started here in West Texas and then moved all the way across the southern tier of states and producing tornadoes as it made that journey. And then to the north of that severe weather, you can see quite a bit of rain now, pretty much all up and down the East Coast. Behind that, that's the cold air. And we see some snow up there in Minnesota, and that'll be working its way into Wisconsin. We had a little snow shower once in a while today, but those winds was the big weather story for us. And then tomorrow, plenty of sunshine expected for us again, but the winds will stay with us. Not as strong as today, but we will have some breezy conditions tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, that storm system right here we're seeing over southwestern Montana, that's going to move into the Black Hills, and that's going to bring with it some snow, okay? Snow tomorrow evening. It'll become a little more widespread throughout the evening hours, early Friday, and then snow showers off and on throughout the day on Friday. That's the weather story, and you can see some of that snow activity moving through. We'll take a closer look at all that. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. There's a future satellite radar here. High pressure tomorrow. Okay, that's nice. Okay, this is 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Everything is nice. Everything is clear. We're going to have the sun. The sun's going to be out. The winds will stay with us, though. And then tomorrow evening, I stop it at 11 p.m. tomorrow evening. There's the snow. Okay, here it comes, coming through rather quick. Widespread snow throughout the evening hours. And then Friday, some snow showers moving into the Black Hills. As I said, 2 to 3 inches possible with greater amounts up in the higher elevations. We'll fine-tune this tomorrow. We're still quite a ways off, but tomorrow these models will do a little better job for us. Maximum wind gusts. Look at here. Winds in the 60s and 50s over West River. I have some video. It's just difficult to try to show wind, but here we go. I love these little decorative grasses. You can see the leaves blowing and more of those decorative grasses. Oh, isn't that pretty? All right, that's enough of that. We all know it was windy. We expect to see the winds again tomorrow. Here you go. Here, all the greens and oranges. The stronger winds over East River tomorrow, but we'll have some winds again. Then the evening hours, the winds die down, and then on Friday with that low pressure area in the snow, here comes the winds again on Friday. And as far as the totals are concerned, this is what this model says. This is a 2-day total, and you can see 2 to 3 inches and possibly some higher amounts up in the higher elevations. All right, well, we'll have a better idea tomorrow. Here's the forecast for the Black Hills for tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine, 36 Spearfish, 32 Custer, 44 down in Pine Ridge. Elsewhere, Hill City, 33, 37 Sturgis, 40 Hot Springs, 39 up there. And beautiful Belle Fourche. 21 tonight, mostly clear. Cold winds, those strong winds today, they'll be dying down a little bit. We're showing there a gust of 45. Well, they'll be dying down to about a gust to 25 later on this evening after midnight. Then picking up again tomorrow, 44. We'll have plenty of sunshine, and it's going to be another cold day. And look for those winds, a gust to 45 possibly tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, there you go. We're going to change over from winds being the headlines to snow. Snow begins tomorrow evening, as I said, around 11:30 p.m. Winds will be decreasing. It's going to be cold. And then we'll have the snow showers on Friday, as you can see there. And then by the weekend, the sun comes out. Still cold, 31 Saturday, 46 on Sunday. That's going to be the warmest day. Sunday, Monday, the warmest day of the next 7 days. All right, clickbigdeals.com, $20 coupon to the sandwich shop. Nummies on 2nd for just $10. And that sandwich shop is located in the old Creamery building. Everybody knows where that's at. So if you want a sandwich, I'm going to go there. I'm going to try that. I love a good sandwich on 8-grain wheat bread.
There you go.
And
mustard. You have to report back, Bob.
Tomatoes?
Yep, give us the full report. Yeah, we'll be back with more news after the break.
Synchrony Financial. Engage with a call center team that makes customers smile. Engage with a job where great benefits are only one of the benefits. Engage with us. We're now hiring for call center positions in Rapid City. Learn more and apply at synchronycareers.com. That's SYNCHRONY careers.com. Or text SYF12 to 90206. Again, text SYF12 to 90206. Engage with us.
I'm a fan of this plateau. I'm a fan of things that go.
I'm a fan of fan conventions.
I'm a fan of releasing tension.
I'm a fan of all things shouty.
When it comes to snacking,
I'm a fan of hot and melty.
I'm a fan of DQ. I'm a fan of DQ Bakes.
3 new oven-hot snacks like the Buffalo Chicken Snack Melt, Chicken Bacon Barbecue, and Chicken Quesadilla. Served only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
I'm a fan.
The best dealership in the hills.
I really appreciate the lack of high-pressure sales tactics. Purchasing from Hirschroods was easy.
I appreciated the respect they gave me by walking me through all the features of my new car, the service requirements, and the complete warranty.
After visiting half a dozen dealerships, we like you guys the best.
They say your best advertising is a happy customer, and after 105 years, we do have a lot of them. Hirschroods in Sturgis, I-90 and exit 30. Don't drive by, drive in.
The Lazy Boy Comfort Studio at Freed's Fine Furnishings is offering 2 great chairs for one low price. Get your home ready for the holidays or give a great gift. Get 2 Lazy Boy recliners from just $4.99. Mix and match from hundreds of styles, fabrics, and patterns. Only need 1 recliner? Then it's half the pair price. Freed's has the area's largest selection of genuine Lazy Boy recliners. Shop the 2 great chairs, one low price Lazy Boy recliner sale at Freed's Fine Furnishings on Sturgis Road, where fine is affordable.
Children's Miracle Network hospitals are working hard to save lives. The Children's Miracle Network at the Regional Health Foundation recently presenting Sturgis Regional Hospital with funds to purchase a glide scope for assisting critically ill children, making the intubation process less painful for the little ones.
We purchased a glide scope. It was just about $6,000 for Sturgis Regional Hospital, so that when a child would present in an emergent case such as this that needs to be intubated, right then they have the equipment to serve them, to help and guide them. That's a piece of equipment that gives them a camera. They're looking at a screen and the camera is actually showing them where they're at within the area that they need to be intubating.
And if you'd like to help out with that effort, cash donations are always welcome, along with in-mail and online donations. All donations are used locally to purchase equipment and to fund programs for the children's health care services. Regional Health will soon be welcoming a new face. Paulette Davidson of Omaha has been selected as Regional Health's new Chief Operating Officer, focusing on clinical operations and strengthening corporate culture to benefit patient care and services. Davidson will also oversee several key leaders within the Regional Health organization. And we'll be back right after the break with one last look at your evening forecast.
Welcome to Toyota. I've got a conference call in 15, but I'm looking for something reliable, stylish, lots of technology. Give me the elevator pitch, go.
Well, there's the 2016 Toyota Camry. It's got a bold design, plus available Qi wireless charging capability.
Sold? Wow, you should be a professional spokesperson.
I'll look into that.
Lease a new 2016 Camry for $179 a month or get 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 bonus cash on Camry.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places.
The Veterans Day sale at Furniture Row is ending soon. Everything is on sale throughout the store. Sofas and sectionals in every style starting at $299. Over 100 accent chairs to choose from starting at $199. Queen bed sets starting at $399. Solid wood dining sets starting at just $399. Plus 4 years no interest with no down payment for veterans and their families. For the best quality at the best price, come to the Veterans Day sale. Ends Thursday.
Menards has a great selection of name brand appliances, and right now they're all on sale. From the kitchen to the laundry room, Whirlpool offers quality appliances to meet your everyday needs. Right now, save big on this Maytag brand washer and electric dryer pair. Your choice, $649 each. Plus, stop in now and save $250 on this 20.5 cubic foot refrigerator. Just $599.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Black Friday.
Oh my God!
Does anybody want to be part of this?
No.
Well, Chevy has a better way with Black Friday deals all month long.
That's a great idea.
What if you could get up to 20% cash back when you bought it? Bam!
20% back? That's awesome.
Find your tag and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select 2015 vehicles in stock. Or get cash back for 10% of the MSRP when you find your bonus tag on this 2016 Chevy Equinox. That's over $2,700.
Nothing says that the holidays are here like the ringing of bells. The Salvation Army kicking off its annual Christmas Spirit campaign this morning at the Rushmore Mall. Shoppers being invited to support the nonprofit organization's yearly traditions, which include the Angel Tree program and, of course, the Kettlebell Ringers. Now in its 108th year, the Christmas Spirit campaign tries to use the donations to provide holiday dinners to more than 2,500 families and senior citizens from Belle Fourche to Pine Ridge.
All right, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. 41 tomorrow, still windy. Look for snow entering the picture late tomorrow and throughout the day on Friday. 2 to 3 inches possible, higher amounts up in the hills.
Have a great night.
It's the perfect time to get the gift you've waited for all year. The CRV with rearview camera standard. Hurry in to the Happy Honda Day sales event and you could get a great deal on the best-selling SUV in its class. Now at your Honda dealer.
Wake up in your first home. Wake up in a home with a new address. Wake up in a home with no address. Your dream home evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
I love a gourmet cheeseburger as much as anybody, and that's why we created the Pub Burger at Culver's.
My favorite cheeseburger starts with great beef. When you get that burger in your hand and the juices are flowing, you want to devour it.
Chef, we're gonna make a pepper grinder Pub Burger.
I'm stoked, man.
We got a little Wisconsin Swiss and Wisconsin cheddar.
Those are the criteria for me. Fresh beef, bacon, Wisconsin cheese.
The 4 peppercorn mayo really sets this burger apart.
This is an ultimate bacon cheeseburger.
Our new pepper grinder Pub Burger. Welcome to Delicious.
When severe weather strikes, now you can be a part of the NewsCenter1 weather team. Upload your pictures and video with the NewsCenter1 weather app, and then see it live during the newscasts. NewsCenter1, your one weather source.
What makes Liberty Superstores a dealership for the people? People with more insight, more options, more respect, more heart. We eagerly serve the frustrated, the hardworking, the people. We believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car, and that's what makes us for the people. Liberty Superstores.